Show yo. Show yo. Show yo. Yo, it's POS with Pat and Bobby. News so wild it's never sloppy. Talk the truth, don't make it snobby. Who's with POS? We getting choppy. POS show yo. Show yo. Show yo.
Yeah, it's the POS show, yo. What up, yo?
We're getting choppy.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. I'm still trying to figure out what that means.
Is it like the sea? Are we getting chopped? Like we're battling through the water? We chopping it up like conversation wise? Are we Benihana chefs?
I think it's a triple entendre. I think it is all three.
Karate? Is it karate?
It's not karate. I can tell you that one for
pork
certain.
Chops?
I'd eat
Are we
pork chops.
choppy? Yeah.
Oh man, Konnichiwa, bitches. How are you today, Pat?
I'm all right. I'm doing good. I had a good day yesterday. I brought Seamus up to college. It's his starting his sophomore year. He had to go up early for sports and stuff, but like it was nice. But it was a long drive. It's like 3 hours each way, so it was a long, exhausting day. But it was great to be up there and see the campus and do all that stuff. So last year I couldn't really go because I didn't have a car. So this year I was able to go up, and I wanted to bring him. So on my day off, I drove like 6 to 7 hours. But
Oh
like,
God!
But and
Nice
my
time,
daughter wanted
yeah.
my daughter wanted to go too, so I had to go to her house and then go bring him. And it was great, but it was just my whole day. So I didn't working today. So but now we're here so we can kind of make fun of a story or something. So
Or something. I got a quick one right out the gate.
okay.
One of your album label mates, Donovan, yesterday is a year of his birthday since he passed away. And do you know who Ricky Berwick is?
No.
Okay, well, you just made the same mistake as Kill Tony. Tony said the same thing, and then Berwick cut a promo video on him. But he's the other handicap guy on Twitter. He often dresses up as like Luigi. He eats and fucks things. He's very funny, but he posted this tweet, and I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see it. And I want you to tell me what you think of this. I find it funny. It's in Donovan's sense of humor, but it just Ricky Berwick.
Oh, I know who that piece of shit is.
Yeah.
But Donovan's way less crippled, even dead, than that fucking guy.
But
that guy looks like an abortion that just missed.
Yeah, I got 98%, and then somebody pulled the plug on the delete machine.
Yeah.
But his tweet very simply says, "Happy birthday, really young Crip." Happy birthday, real young Crip. Having pizza tonight in your honor. And it's him holding up a slice of pizza and a picture of Donovan. Now, if you don't know, those two were friends, and they kind of had a back and forth, tongue-in-cheek thing. But if you also don't know, Donovan died choking on pizza.
Mm.
And so who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it me for laughing at Ricky's joke? Is it Ricky for making the joke that Donovan would laugh at? Or is it Donovan for dying too soon? We'll throw it to you first, Pat, and then maybe kish in the chat.
It's all the fucking assholes on social media who are like, let's just pander to cripples and make them feel like they've got more followers than you and me. Because if you and I did this, nobody would know. Cripples eating pizzas getting views? Fuck off. Like, I don't give a shit about that at all.
I mean,
you're like, oh, you don't know him? He's the second most popular thing that shouldn't be alive. Okay.
Hey, all right. I didn't say that quite exactly.
I'm saying it. Fuck you, Ricky. I hope the crust kills you.
I love Ricky, but I would say it is more impressive.
I don't love him. I don't love either one of them. I'm pissed off that Donovan's sales went up higher than mine because he died. Fuck that. I got to get cancer or some kind of butthole disease just to fucking have my album go up higher.
We can lie. We could do that thing the guy...
I'm not being crippled. Welcome back. What the fuck are you talking about, Kish?
He missed you yesterday. He missed you yesterday.
No, I heard it was great. You got to watch chess and autism or whatever.
No, he really missed. Trust me. A lot of people were like, "Where is Pat?" yesterday.
I was at college. My son. I'll ask you. We'll ask yours in a second, but real quick, the exact opposite of what we're talking about with the crippled people happened at my son's college. You know how because those two shouldn't have been born. but there are people being born too much at my son's college. As you walk into the dorm, on the big bulletin board in the hallway, it says put a wrapper on it with giant pictures of condoms. And that's right next to my son's room. Like, what's going on? He's like, well, I wasn't in this room last year. But I'm like, what? And then another one, trying to be cool and young, said, it's a rap, R-A-P, because it said we don't need a lil baby. So they're doing lil baby and rap, but doing a joke. But the story in that college is not, hey, don't fuck. It's like, we know you're going to fuck nonstop.
Please
but
don't have a kid.
Last year, 3 girls got pregnant in one semester. So please chill. So, like, that's what I got to say while dropping off my son. But real quickly, Bobby, who's the piece of shit in your cripple on cripple action?
There's no piece of shit. Everybody should just enjoy that story. It's hilarious all around. Like, I like that he's still making fun of Donovan after he's dead. That's what Donovan would want. All right.
Yeah, but okay, but my counterpoint, and I don't know the guy. I know you say you love him, but I don't know how you love I don't know what you know him to love. I have to know someone to love them. But like to shit on somebody, you're like, oh, he's still shitting on him. Isn't that cool? But if I did that, if I wanted to make a joke and say like, hey, Donovan, having pizza in your honor, because I'm not crippled, people would boo me and yell. So it's a fucking cheap fucking laugh. Just because you have the same kind of no legs, you get to do that? Like, fuck that. It's like when black people get to call other black people the N-word. I want to make jokes about crippled people, and I want to say that. Anyway.
I think you should be allowed to do both, buddy. I fully support both. I just think let's wait till we get monetized. Then we can go for it all.
Was he? Hey, Terry, I bet you he wasn't swimming.
He was. That was the problem. Other than that, anything new going on other than shipping up to Boston? Whoa.
No, just a lot of running around and shit. Nothing really too crazy. Just a lot of I've taken time off from comedy kind of deal, just because after the recording, I've just been thinking of ideas, but taking some time off from hitting mics. But in September, I'm gonna start. I've been writing some ideas and jokes. Getting booked on some things. It's been a little more fun to say no to shit. Because I'm like, I've now recorded 4 albums, and I'm like, I'm not gonna just take shit gigs, and I maybe would get a little far between, but I really need to put a push on where I'm performing and not how much I'm performing. And I'll start doing quantity later because I'll start to build up when I want to record a 5th one. But right now, I'd like to record. I just do shows where I feel like I'm getting the most out of things, and I'm growing instead of just doing it, because the last 3 months was just 6 days a week of just the same jokes and twisting them and changing them, and I like it and I love creating. But the year before, I didn't take a break. I went right into it again, so it was like 2 years of that, because I felt like I had to catch up, because I wanted to do 4 in 4 years, but I couldn't because COVID kind of slowed one thing down. So therefore, I was like, fuck. But I don't know why I thought I need to do that. I don't need to do 4. It doesn't matter when I do them. No one's listening to them anyway. But but yeah, so. Yeah, not a lot going on, and also with the podcast, I do apologize to people, but it's just, I'm happy with the move to the afternoons. We can't do the mornings. I don't want to do evenings, but it's been a little tougher. So we're going to figure out some plans to move things around, but I don't want to miss too much. And I think what we'll try to do is also, in the meantime, not have a third person on the show. I don't want that. I can't handle more people, but maybe try to find someone who's like an available pop-in guy for either one of us. We can't do it, so I think the flow is better. It's not fair to either one of us. This show is built to not have one person. It's just the way it's the structure is back and forth. Terry, it's not bad. Because once again, just like when people say, Pat, how do you do comedy? Or Bobby, how do you do comedy with the fucking PC culture? PC culture is here on the PC. It's not out there. It's not on the computer. Maybe an understudy, Kevin. No. It's not in person. Like when Bobby was at the recording. I don't know if a lot of you might not know my act. I don't hold back shit. Like when I talk about, it's whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And the crowds are on board. If it's funny, they're on board. If they're coming out, they want to be there. Cancel culture is just like trans people are supposedly a big thing. It's a very small minority that's loud. There are trans people who just don't want any attention. More than there are ones that want it. There are way more people who just want to laugh and don't care about what words are said because they just want to distract from life than there are people pretending to be hurt by words. So college, same thing. As much as they're like, oh, it must be all woke. We're seeing that in the news. But my son goes to school in New England. There's racism, there's sex, there's drugs, all the things you love.
Absolutely. And it's one of those things where like you fall in the camp of people. Aaron Berg's probably the best example where people say things that are less offensive than what he says specifically, but he's funny enough that people know it's a joke.
I think I'm a better example.
You fall into the same category.
Nope, I just want to be the better example. I'm taller and I'm less Jewish.
And less tatted.
Yeah. And I don't have a wife to pretend like I'm not gay.
But you get my point, and it's the same way with that. If you're trying to be a
real quick, person, I love Aaron. It's a joke like crippled people make. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Yeah, because you're bald and
well, four of them are gonna run and go, he said you're gay sometimes. Yeah, so is everyone.
Dude, if being gay gets you that jacked, show me a butthole.
It does. Have you met Mateo?
He's the exception. He's lifting to fight off a disease that's known to kill man. They're like, here's a cocktail. He's like, yeah, how about 100 crunches? Monkeypox.
Oh, he just said monkeys and racist.
Like, oh, nope. New. Misunderstood what that sentence was about. Here's a thought I had, and maybe it'll get your brain working. Not about that, unfortunately. But would you say, what's your favorite type of like addict/alcoholic? Like, is it the one? Okay, so you got the one type where you're like, I know if I get this dude wound up, it's going to be a good time. Like, he's going to buy Coke. It's going to be a party. Is it my favorite personal type's the like, I admit that I'm an alcoholic, so now it's a problem and I get to judge other people and you can't judge me because I've accepted that. Like the guy who's like, sorry, I'm hungover today. You know me, I'm an alcoholic. But by the way, I think you're focusing on this too much. What's your favorite type?
Well, the first one I don't even agree with. Like, you're like, a good time was drinks and then says, let's do cocaine. That doesn't sound like a good time to me at all. That sounds like the worst guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, Stansel's not a great human being, but I'm teasing, of course. I love Jim. But what I'm saying is...
I love Jim, but he's not a great human being. I mean, that one time I was doing the show at Compound, and he was waiting there, and he's like, he made a sign that just said the N-word, and then he brought it outside. That's not a good person. He might be funny, and he might be nice to us, but he's not a good person. And he's very, very, very short. Like, he might be the shortest person that's not a midget ever.
He does make me look tall.
Yeah.
But I do, or like, all right, let's say.
And straight. He makes you look very straight.
He does by comparison. It's because he's quite jacked. But
my favorite kind of drunk is the person that doesn't remember anything from the night before, even though you know they remember something from the night before, but they pretend they don't remember the night before, so they can like just wash away anything they said. But when you want to bring up what they said, they're like, whoa, that's not fair. And it's like, well, I'm sober. Like, nope, I'm a time traveler, and that didn't happen. That's my favorite.
I do like that type too, and they conveniently only remember the things you offered to do for them, but they don't remember all the shit. Yep, I do love that type.
Yeah, Luke, you're right. He might be an actual dwarf. I've never met a real dwarf. Joe Rogan, smaller than Jim. I've never met Joe Rogan, but I've seen him stand in pictures next to the same people that Jim had. I bet you they're the same height.
Yeah. Something about Rogan makes me think he's got at least an inch on Stansel.
Just better shoes.
That's probably what it is. Yeah,
it's just stronger shoes, like boots.
Less
you can
worn
work out
insole.
in. Yeah, lifting boots, if that's a thing.
But yeah, I don't know. I think my favorite type's like Coke whores, but that's just me.
Oh, you're talking women. I was talking dudes. I thought you meant like dudes. You said guy. Because dudes do that thing I said. Women don't really do that. Women will just be like, they'll bring up something that you would say. Overall, people, I don't drink. I don't mind. I like, to be honest, I like someone who can drink and also, weirdly enough, have their shit together. That's who I appreciate.
I think that's what society appreciates.
Yeah.
It is a rare exception, though.
I hate people who drink at like 9 a.m. and then just literally are like saying to the world, I'm your problem now.
I don't know anybody like that.
I dated one back in the day, but like,
I used to do that. I would drink a 40 before I had to go coach youth lacrosse, and then I would coach youth lacrosse, and I would come back and drink another 40, and then
you
go
would
to sleep.
drink and then coach lacrosse?
We were a fun team. We were a
Oh,
fun
I'm
team.
sure.
Our coach didn't last many games, but we were a fun team.
That's fucking nuts. Why, Ricky? Are you a certain
Yeah,
kind of
and you know what, Pat? You make a comment like that. That's a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. And you're like, that's what I used it on? Then you call the guy a cocksucker, and it's a 3-minute major, and you're sitting watching from the sidelines.
It's like you couldn't even catch a butterfly with that net, fag, and you're like, wait, I'm in trouble?
The issue is at that level, you don't get a lot of smart people. So he would be like, your player got a retaliation penalty. And I was like, retaliating to what? And he was like, the cheap shot. I was like, but you didn't throw a flag for a cheap shot. And he's like, so he retaliated. I was like, to what? And then you get him then they kick you out. And you go, you never had any authority anywhere in your life because the alcohol makes you yell.
Who's Kish talking about? Is Sebastian Maniscalco gay?
Wait, what? No, I think he was talking about at 9 a.m. that starts drinking and makes himself a problem to the world.
Oh, yeah, but he said comedian.
Oh, that's where you got confused.
No, seriously. I'm not even trying to be an asshole, but I was like, I don't think it was a comedian. I think it was a guy who used to have a show.
Yeah, what's his name? Joe DeVito?
I think it's GS.
GS?
Yep.
Fair enough.
GS. Because he's never said no once.
What up, clown face?
What up, dude?
You're just in time for our first story.
Well, no, our second story. You did miss one. Bobby threw us a quick hitter.
Oh, I always like that.
Crip on crip action. But all right. How do you feel about loopholes? Do you like loopholes?
Love loopholes. I've often said the reason I like the song Breakfast at Tiffany's is it's how I argue in relationships. Because a chick goes, we've got nothing in common. I go, what about that movie? And she goes, I think we kind of liked it. And I go, that's one thing. Love loopholes.
Ricky's, I do 9 a.m. drinking. Don't judge. I'm funnier than who? Me? Fuck you. No, you mean? Oh, they mean he's a funnier person if he drinks.
Yeah.
I was like, how are you challenging me? That's the one thing I've got. Kish, I should know. There's a couple of times that I had my share of Jameson. Yeah, listen, guys. No one's doubting that our listeners are alcoholic. Like, I don't know what we're trying to do here, but I'm not going to go, really? You guys drink in the morning? You guys have irresponsibility? Really? You guys aren't good people? Yeah, we know what our demographic is, bro.
And that don't make you a bad person. We've all done 9 a.m. drinking.
It is funny, though, that my demographic, I don't drink.
Yeah.
I just come off like a gruff, drunken piece of shit. I've never had a cigarette a day in my life. All right, so Applebee's customer was arrested the other day after trying to share their all-you-can-eat order. Arrested, Bobby.
I mean, this is important. Let's see how much they were sharing.
Sharing is not always caring. Is that the beginning part there? An Applebee's customer was thrown in jail earlier this month for allegedly causing an uproar when she and her group attempted to extend an all-you-can-eat deal for the entire table. Shawnisha Cobbs, 28, was dining at the restaurant in Portage, Indiana, on the night of August 2nd when the misunderstanding spiraled out of control, according to the police report viewed by the Post. Officers arrived around 8:38 p.m. to reports of a verbal disturbance. The dispatchers warned cops ahead of time that there were multiple females screaming and threatening people. Cobbs and her group, including 2 other adults and several juveniles, told the police they ordered one all-you-can-eat special to share at the table. Oh, what pieces of garbage. Oh, my God. What do you mean we can't just share this one meal? It's all we can eat.
I'd like to see how far they were in the meal before they got called out.
The discount, which includes endless boneless wings, riblets, double crunch shrimp, and fries for just $15.99.
Entrapment!
Was announced just a few days earlier. The Applebee's manager, however, told the group that every person would have to pay for one serving of the deal and presented them a new bill to reflect that larger order. The manager and Cobb's group subsequently fought over the deal, and the diners claimed the manager became very unprofessional. They also argued that the menu did not specify that the deal was per person, the police report said. But when the disgruntled customers handed the menu to the cops, the officers immediately noticed the words "per person" in bold letters underneath the all-you-can-eat heading. As police tried to calm Cobbs and the rest of the group down, she pointed to a couple leaving the restaurant and claimed she had exchanged words with them earlier. The two groups started fighting again, and Cobb became very loud and disorderly, attracting the attention of other patrons. Another person in her group tried to quiet her down, but was unable to. By the way, I have a picture of it right here. It says "Never Ending Summer of Flavor," then giant letters, "all you can eat." Then smaller font, but not too small, limited time only, $15.99, under the 99 per person. I can see it just fine, the thing, and then tells you what you could eat. There wasn't really examining. You just read it.
No, you just
after multiple warnings from police, Cobbs was arrested for disorderly conduct and transported to Porter County Jail. When one of the members of her party realized they had been mistaken about the terms of the all-you-can-eat deal, they went back into the restaurant and paid the bill in full. Applebee's did not immediately respond to the Post's request for a comment on the incident. It was not clear when Cobbs was released from jail or when she was due back in court. Who is the piece of shit story? Is it Shanisha Cobbs for trying to take her whole family out for $15.99? She saw something on TV. She goes, "Oh shit, we can all just eat this? That's crazy." And then really tried to argue it once she was caught. I give her credit for trying. But once you're fucking realize, you're not done. Even if you didn't see the per person, unless you're like seriously mentally disabled, there is no way you think a restaurant is doing $15.99 for as much food as many people want to eat. That's insane. Is it
Maybe
Applebee's?
she's persuasive.
Maybe. I don't think so. Applebee's. Is it them for being the piece of shit? Your food sucks. You're the worst of the chain restaurants. You're the kind of place that people go to and hate. Then they don't go for a year. They forget they hate it for some reason. It has a weird effect on your brain. You're like, "Oh, I should go to Applebee's." Then you hate it again. Nobody wants your food when you eat it once. Who would want all of it? And $15.99 for riblets? That's not even a good deal. Give me ribs, fucking assholes. Isn't the cops? Okay, I get it. It was a disturbance and there was arguing. Jail. We're going to jail. Practice? We're going to jail for that reason, for misunderstanding and being stupid. Yeah, you could write them a ticket for like disorderly conduct or something like that and maybe go to court, but to actually bring them to jail defeats the purpose, because guess what? Her family, which is my fourth option, is it the rest of the family who went back and paid the bill? Because guess who didn't pay the bill? Shanisha Cobbs. She went to jail and got out of it. She didn't even pay for her meal because they arrested him. Who's the piece of shit in the story, Bob?
So it's not Shanista. I'd be curious to hear what her exact arguments were on why she thought $15.99 was appropriate for her whole family. Maybe she was like, "Hey, you ever been to CC's, yo?" Because you could get, or Infinito's, one of those pizza buffets, you could get all you could eat for that amount. This
For
seems
everybody?
this seems like a Golden Corral family. And they should go to Golden Corral. They should be very familiar with the policies.
But Golden Corral, you still have to pay per person.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you would have to pay per person at CC's. I'm just saying the total for like 4 people would be $16. So
I don't think
I'm
it's
just
$4
saying,
a person. I'm just saying this is really dumb.
Yeah, I mean, it is not the smartest move in the world, but at the end of the day, bitch got a free meal. Her family paid for it.
Probably. I don't know, because bail's going to cost more than dinner.
There's no way Applebee's is going to press charges, and here's why. My piece of shit is whoever wrote this story. Because now all I can think about since I smoked a little weed before this is, God, I could go for all you could eat at Applebee's right now. And I can't because it's cutting season, Pat. I don't know if you know that. It's cutting, so I can't do all those carbs. No, not the type of cutting. Not the type of cutting I enjoy. Yeah, it's the losing weight type of cutting. That season's January through March, by the way.
Yeah, Kish is right. Technically, they did steal food. So I guess you do arrest them. They did. But they didn't really steal it, because stealing means that you take something and you leave. I mean, I guess they did steal it into their bellies, I guess. But they didn't leave. Unless they shit it out, I guess.
They took the food and then committed assault. They're like, and on top of this stealing, we're going to whoop your ass too.
And Ricky, you are correct. Owning an Applebee's is a bad business move.
Yeah. Also, just give them the food and then don't let them back. It's not like you were getting a big tip anyway.
What did Terry say? Hello, Terry. I tried that on a flight once when he said I wouldn't carry on bag. My wife didn't think it was funny, but she almost got the fly for free. I like that, but that's more fun. It's like,
It's entertaining, yeah.
to me, it's not Shanisa Cobb because the fact that she's a loud woman who tried to even pull off this deal and tried to be the head of it. We all know those people. They're loud, they're pig-headed, and they're not going to let it go. But know who knows that she exists more than anybody? Her family. Her family knew right away that this woman was starting some shit. The second they sat down, I'm sure there was one dude like, see what you're telling me we can all eat for $15.99. Yeah, that's what it said. It said $15.99. You eat riblets, you eat chicken, you eat all that shit. And then one guy's got to be like, you sure it's not per person? Did I fucking stutter, motherfucker? I'm Shanita Cobb. You get everything you want. Whatever you need. And then you're that guy's like, fuck.
It's all good in the neighborhood.
Right. Shanice's yelling that, and the guy's like, bring wallets. You better not bring no fucking wallets. And he's like, they all knew. Like, right away, if you're dealing with someone in your life like that, like who's a bossy or stupid and things like that, you should be one person in the family who knows that and turns to the waiter and goes, oh, can I speak to you for a minute? You want to go to the bathroom? It's like, here, listen. Here's my card. When it's all over, just charge me the thing. Tell her that we told her it was your birthday and she gets it for free. Whatever it is, I don't want to fight. Just let's take her. Yeah, I know her name sounds French. I hate to break it to you, Terry. She's not fucking French.
She's a migrant.
She's an inventor of the salad, the Cobb salad. She by the way, Ty Cobb's not happy they have the same name. The piece of shit to me is the family for not shutting this fucking lady down the second she fucking tries to do any moves. Because this isn't the first time. She's like, free car wash, but she doesn't read the part where it says if you fill a tank of gas, she's like, you better wash my car. It's like, lady, you gotta buy something. Give me free shit. No free shit, Shaniqua. Whatever it is.
The part of the story they skipped was this was a new Applebee's because she's banned from every other establishment in town for trying the same shit. Absolutely. I feel the same way.
Have you ever known anyone to be banned from a place that you're like, whoa, you're banned from there? Like Apple, I knew somebody who was banned from a ShopRite. That was crazy to me. Like a ShopRite, like the worst of the grocery stores. They were banned for there. And I was like, you can't go to ShopRite? Like, do they have a picture of you? Like, probably. I'm like, what the fuck?
Eastside Dave's a step away from that from Acme. He's at the point now where when he comes in, they make the radio call, like, give exceptional service to this dude. And they roll out the red carpet because one time they stole his wallet. One time they, touched his groceries or something.
Brady sucks underpants. Brady's lucky underpants. If a man cheats on his wife with two women at the same time, did he cheat once or twice? Cheat twice. See, each woman, each person that you sleep with is a cheat. It's not cheat times. It's cheating. It's who were you with. So yeah, every action of a cheat. Because every time you're with a different person, it's a different cheat.
See, I come from the Clinton school where I go one nut equals one cheat. If you fucked one chick 19 times and you nutted 19 times, that's cheating 19 times, right? But you wouldn't say you
that's where I go with the argument too. I mean, if you're cheating with one person, but you slept with them 8 times, did you cheat 8 times? No, you cheated once. It's one cheat. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The whole time you're with that person. So once you get a new human, that's a new cheat.
So much like Shaniqua at the buffet, what you want to do is cheat as much as you can with that one person to get your money's worth out of it.
And Kish, this is why you missed me yesterday, because I teach you something new. It's named after Shanae Cobb, whatever her fucking name is. Hi.
All right, Pat, you've heard of Boats and Hoes, the song, right? Boats and Hoes. Boats and Hoes. I'm going to give you a choice. Boats or Hoes.
Well, since we're talking about Shanae, let's go Hoes.
Perfect. Let me just share my screen real quick.
Am I hitting it or are you doing
You can hit it. You can hit it. This article is entitled, You Pay Extra for That in Japan. Do you know what this story is about already, Pat?
I mean, I would assume sex, but who knows?
Okay, fair enough. Sometimes the internet obsession with viral challenges takes a turn for the bizarre. Enter Chloe Lopez, a British influencer who recently became the center of a public health scare in Spain. The reason? She removed her underwear in a supermarket and left it all in the bread section, all for the sake of social media clout. And now the headlines make sense, don't they, Pat?
No, if it said like too much yeast, that would make more sense.
Well, in Japan, they have vending machines full of women's used panties. They like that a lot. And now people are upset that this woman did that. But let's keep going with the article. I won't defend the author. Lopez, known for her provocative online stunts, decided to take things a step further during her recent visit to Mersaconda, Noah. Do you know how to say that word?
No.
Okay, well, during her visit to that place, a popular supermarket chain in Spain. In a video she shared with her 175,000 Insta followers, Lopez can be seen casually removing her underwear and placing it in a tray filled with bread rolls. The stunt, which she labeled as a challenge, left onlookers in shock and sparked outrage across social media. Is the challenge me not getting a boner while shopping? Because I lose.
Ew.
Concern quickly grew over the public health implications of such an act, with many questioning the hygiene risks posed by this challenge. Lopez's actions were condemned by both the public and health officials, who warned that such stunts could lead to serious legal consequences. The outrage was further fueled by the fact that the video showed Lopez walking away nonchalantly, as if she had just completed a harmless prank. I swear, honey, the herpes on my face is from the soggy broccoli. As the video gained traction, many questioned the lengths to which influencers would go for views and likes. This incident in particular highlights the darker side of social media, where the pursuit of fame often trumps common sense and decency. While Lopez claimed the stunt was just for laughs, the repercussions were no laughing matter. Yeah, like me having to hide this public boner. Lopez now faces potential legal action as authorities in Spain investigate the incident. Public health experts have reiterated the importance of respecting hygiene in public spaces, especially in places like supermarkets where food safety is paramount. The supermarket chain has been criticized for failing to prevent the incident, although they quickly removed the contaminated bread and issued a statement condemning the act. And to that I say, fuck them. In the end, this bizarre episode serves as a reminder that not all stunts are worth the risk. Bullshit. Pat, who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it Miss Lopez for trying to bring a little joy in the world? You're stuck doing the most mundane thing of all time, shopping, and all of a sudden you're buying bread and you see underwear and you're like, there's no way that belongs to a hot woman. And then you look online and it does. It's a hot woman. She's fucking good looking. So is it her for trying to be awesome? Is it the supermarket for hating cool people? Is it anyone who's mad at this woman for trying to bring a little joy to all of our lives? I'll let you decide first.
It's hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is the piece of shit because this woman, because now we know, when you know who it is, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, isn't that terrible? What if kids see underwear? Oh, what about it's all this shit. But does anyone ever care when they just see a condom in a parking lot of a Stop and Shop? Does anyone ever care when they see fucking condoms when they just walk everywhere? No, people leave condoms everywhere and not like wrapped up, used condoms everywhere. That means they were just fucking in a woods or fucking at a grocery store, or fucking at Marshall's. It's like they're just fucking, and no one ever goes, "Where are they? What's they doing? Are they influencers? No one looks into it. But you see underwear, and now you want to fucking know. And like, by the way, like you said, I understand the example, but you're like, well, trying to bring some joy by remember to go to a grocery store and then finding underwear and then trying to go online to figure out who it is. Oh my God, I wouldn't care anything.
It'd be the best day ever for me, dude. What are you talking about? I'd be like, oh, I know what I'm doing for the next 12 hours.
I know that, but that's why I'm answering as me and not as you. Like, I would see that and I wouldn't even say anything. I would just go, okay, I'm not getting bread because it's gross. And I would just like walk away and I wouldn't care about underwear. So like it's people that jump on things like this and she making attention to it and people having any kind of opinion because literally, let's start looking into the people that are leaving condoms anywhere. Why are we leaving condoms everywhere? It's crazy how many condoms are out in public all the time. Because if you're going to fuck somebody in a parking lot, it is weird that you're having safe sex. Because you're like, don't care about other qualms. Like, but you care about that thing. Well, I can't make kids. I don't want to get an STD, but I do want to fuck you next to the carts and the retarded guy who pulls them in. It's very straight.
I promised Ricky a show. Ricky's
All
the
right, so who's
retarded
your
guy
piece of
pulling in
shit?
carts. No, I think you're absolutely right with this, dude. It's anybody who leaves condoms in a parking lot, A. And that means a man was fucking, and I don't like that because that was a man who wasn't me. Because if there's a condom, it wasn't your boy. That said, my piece of shit
What
in
was
this
the
story.
moves?
Oh, just that's how you celebrate not using condoms and being cool.
Oh, fist
Also,
bump yourself.
yeah. That's the no condom things. So I think honestly the piece of shit in this story. Also, those condoms have diseases. Like you said, if you're willing to fuck in a parking lot, the only reason you're wearing a condom is because the whore you're paying has AIDS.
You don't think her underwear has disease?
Oh, absolutely. I bet it
Yeah.
does. That was what that quote was in there about. I swear the herpes was from the bread or the soggy broccoli. So for me, the piece of shit in this story is anybody who's mad about this but isn't mad about the other shit that goes on at grocery stores, right? Like grocery stores are not a sanitary place. People are licking ice cream.
Terry just brought this up as that sanitary thing.
Yeah. I had a buddy who worked at a grocery store in college, and there was a retarded guy who always wore a purple shirt or purple pants, and they wouldn't yell at him because he was retarded. He was like, I know they want me to wear black pants, but they won't tell me that. Like,
do you think some guy's like, I'm gonna go yell at that guy? He goes, wait, he's retarded. Damn it!
No,
Man,
he thinks they're
yell
black.
at him.
Jim did quote me. I do have a nice little song to sum up if anybody wants to put their piece of shit in while we play it.
The whore you're paying has AIDS.
That is what nice. I said.
I know. They like the quote. They like to let us know the words we said, like we don't know we said them. Hi, Jim.
They like to show us the words that are going to be used out of context later in life.
I like how Jim's like, this is what I walked into. Pat, you don't think that underwear has disease? Like, yeah, good morning. So yeah.
You want to play that video?
Fucking people.
I'm going to play that video quick. We'll
does that anybody in the
chat? Yeah, it's just a summary. That's how I figured we do it from now on instead of me playing the song first.
Oh, I thought we did.
Once was a lass named Chloe who thought she'd be internet holy. But with her drawers in the bread, now she's facing dread, 'cause her stunt was dumb and unholy. Soggy broccoli panties in the store, leaving folks puking on the floor. Not stored right, what a sight. Now she's the internet's whore. She yanked out her panties with flair, right in the bakery, didn't care. Now everyone's sick from her moist, stanky trick, and health coach, she gave 'em the stare. Soggy broccoli panties in the store, leaving folks puking on the floor. Not stored right, what a sight. Now she's the internet's whore.
We can cut it there.
The fuck was that?
That was soggy broccoli. The second one's even funnier.
I hope so.
It'd be hard not to be, in your opinion, huh?
I'm not trying. Unless once again, I'm happy you're trying new things, but we covered the story, and then there was just like this accordion thing. I don't know. It's like
we'll try it the other way for the next.
I don't know why I want to just call the lady a whore. She just left her underwear.
I mean, she does have an OnlyFans. That is like her.
Doesn't make her a whore. It makes her a business person. And also, I think the difference between like where they can like sue us and not is if we have a song about them.
That makes us safer. That gets us in trouble.
I don't think so. I think it's like, we're just making reactions on the fly. Like the guy wrote a fucking Beatles-esque tune about this lady's sex life. I was like, okay.
I mean, she wanted the attention, right?
I mean, yeah, but so do you and I. That's why we're on this thing.
You got to put up Terry's Husey Award real quick in relation to seeing somebody not wash their hands.
I didn't know his mom had a coffee shop.
He talks about it on SNL. It's for people with Down syndrome. That's why Terry, because he sees them not wash their hands.
I think the Husey Award actually goes to Clownface for the same opinion that you always have.
There's some value. I just haven't.
I think all women have value. How about that? Even the black.
And that's the POS show. If you can't join and beat them, I'll be on
I
a
was
farm.
doing that to do a transition to my next story.
Oh, boy.
One of the most valuable black women in the last month. America's fucking flippity-doo-dah sweetheart, Simone Biles, reveals nightclub tried to dupe her into $26,000 champagne charge at Paris Olympics. Simone Biles said she was shocked after a Paris club tried to dupe her by charging $26,000 for a bottle of champagne during a night out following the Olympic closing ceremony. Biles, who took home 3 gold medals and a silver at the Paris Games earlier this month, a goat, by the way, wouldn't have a silver. Anyway, recalled the story in a Get Ready for With Me TikTok video shared Monday, days after supporting husband Jonathan Owens in the Bears' 27-3 preseason win over the Bengals. We had closing ceremonies at the Olympics. I went, and after that, we went out. You guys, this club tried to charge me $26,000 for a bottle of champagne. Like, are you insane? Biles said while doing her makeup ahead of preseason contest August 17th. Obviously, I didn't buy it, but why would you even try to play me like that? Like, that's wild. And I don't know, sometimes the attention, I'd rather not have it. I'd rather be as normal as possible. I don't know. You weren't being as normal as possible because nobody know who the fuck you were unless you said I'm Simone Biles. They wouldn't know. They might see you in your gymnast outfit, then go, I think that's her. But nobody sees her on the street and goes, that's flipping do that. Biles did not reveal the name of the club. Yeah, because it isn't real. 27-year-old gymnast previously shared photos of her and her sister, Adria Biles, partying at L'Arc, a popular nightclub in Paris, after the conclusion of her third Olympic Games. The reason... Hold on, this bitch got mad pictures. God damn it, stupid thing. The reason I'm unwell this morning, Biles said, wrote over a Snapchat and Instagram, which was taken at the private table, this bottle service and signs that read Simone Biles, God for life, and gym legend. Really? Someone held an American flag while gold confetti fell from above. Elsewhere in a TikTok video, Biles explained she has yet to determine which Bears game she'll attend this season to support her husband, a veteran safety who signed a 2-year deal with Chicago in March. I'm not sure how many games I'll be able to make because of a few weeks we go on tour, she said, referring to the Athleta Presents Gold Over America Tour, which is headlined by Biles. I think right now we're doing about 32 stops. I'm sure no one's going to go to that. The Gold Over America Tour is advertised as bringing jaw-dropping athletic brilliance and high-energy choreography coupled with inspirational messages of hope, strength, resilience, and determination into arenas around the U.S. this fall. Man, my family's down in the dumps, but at least you can see that black lady do a fucking triple Lindy. She will be joined by her U.S. women's gymnastics teammates Jade Carey and Jordan Childs, among many other superstars for the gymnastics world. Who is the piece of shit? The story is Simone Biles for calling out a club for charging her $26,000 for a bottle of champagne. Yes, that might be crazy, but if you ordered something on a menu and it didn't have a price on it, and you're in France and they think of you as a big rich star, and you don't realize that French champagne can cost a fucking shit ton of money, then maybe you're dumb. This sounds like you might be related to Shaniqua Cobb or whatever her name was, because you both ain't reading menus that well. You're both not fucking figuring shit out. Is it the club? If they are trying to dupe her, maybe pay attention to who you're charging. Yeah, she might consider herself the greatest gymnast of all times. You know what that'll get you? A sandwich. Because no one pays for gymnastics. It's dumb. We pretend like we like it once every 4 years. No one's going to go to the gymnastics tour to watch them dance, flip, and have inspirational messages. Nobody. No one gives a shit. The crowds will be like indie wrestling. There'll be like 38 people in a high school gym. She ain't doing arenas. She's not telling them. Is it her husband? For like, hey, can you go to some of my games? And she's like, I can't go to some of your games. I got a gym tour. And he's like, really? I've made the Bears. In the long run, I'm going to support us if I get signed by the Bears. You're not going to support us with flippity-doo-dah. Who's the piece of shit in the story?
I guess it's me because I went to the last one she put on, and I'll probably end up going to this one too.
You did not.
I absolutely did. My sister did college gymnastics, so she would go to all this shit, and she needed somebody to go with her, so I went.
Was it attended well?
No, not really. And you're absolutely right. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And like God love her for trying. It's not just gymnastics. It's also like track and field. It's basically the people nobody gives a shit about. Like you said, 3 of the 4 years. And then for that 6 weeks, people pretend to care. So I get where she's coming from. For me, if her husband I just got signed to the Bears, like it was a big deal. Simone Biles could play safety for the Bears. Fuck, dude, put on some pads. You could probably play safety for the Bears. The Bears stink.
Wait a minute. Did you just say Simone Biles, a tiny woman, could play safety for the Bears, and then said, "Oh yeah, even worse, Pat, you could"? Fuck you.
Simone Biles.
Why wouldn't I be first? I'm still a better chance at tackling someone than Simone Biles.
How many gold medals do you have? And safeties aren't.
She doesn't have one in tackling.
You're not allowed to head on anymore. If it was the old Brian Dawkins days, you would have come first. Because at least you would have hit somebody.
Biles isn't tackling anybody.
She can jump. She can jump high.
Barely jump, and she's tiny. And if she could fight and hurt people, she would have beat up all the Michaelas.
Except for that one that she likes, that you like, that I like.
No, but she would have fought all of them. To be fair, I don't like her. I just think she's better looking than the other Michaela.
I mean, to be fair, now every day when I search for stories, Google News goes, "Do you want to see Michaela Maroney braless?" And I go, "I don't want to not see that."
Every day when you search for stories, it asks you if you want to see her braless.
Yeah, there's lots of different stories about her. Oh, she was so brave in her
Deadpool has a point. If you go get champagne, you better be going to a champagne ruin. You better get some fucking action on the side. So if you're paying even $1,000 for champagne, it better come with a side of blow me. But anyway.
Yeah, my question is always the same. Does it get you the same drunk? Like there's a certain
sometimes not.
No, and there's a certain grade of like whiskey. If you drink it, you're gonna have a worse hangover. They would serve it at LOL.
Champagne is that way too. Some of them, when they're made with like more of an air to it, it will fuck with you, the sugars and all that stuff. Kevin says that he doesn't not want to see Michaela's braless pictures.
Right, Kevin gets it. We also don't want to not see that. If you Google it,
Not our time. See you later, Nazis.
My favorite trick was I would go to a buddy's college and we'd buy like for a long weekend or something, and we'd buy like a $50 bottle of champagne, and then we'd buy like 12 brutes for $7.99. And the first night you would drink the 50, and then the rest of the nights you'd fill it with the brute and pretend.
Wait, isn't that cologne?
Cologne is a brute is a type of cologne. It's also very, very cheap champagne.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck? How drunk were you guys? Are you drinking cologne?
Why are you putting Mexican deodorant in that bottle, Bobby?
Why are you guys that French? We drink cologne.
And that cologne will make you burn too. It does not feel good. All right, Pat, would you like one more song? And I think we should play this one first.
Did I name my piece of shit?
Oh, you did not. I'm sorry. I'm being
No, it's okay. I thought my Alzheimer's. I don't really care, so it's fine. But like,
who is your piece of shit? Because I'm curious. You brought this to the table.
Simone Biles. Shut up! You're going after you did flips and won 3 gold and 1 silver. By the way, if you're gonna keep fucking saying you're the GOAT and the greatest, you don't have a silver. I'm sorry, but you don't. Michael Phelps doesn't have a fucking silver.
Yes, he does.
Michael Phelps. Well, then fuck him.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean
you
to
don't
take
get a silver. Once you go get him in second, you're not the GOAT. I'm sorry. Someone else beat you. You're not the GOAT anymore. And to go out and party at all. You're an Olympian. You're there for fucking athletics. You don't need to go drink champagne and then be shocked you're getting charged. Life's going to hit you hard in the face 5 years from now, kid, because no one's going to give a fuck who you are. Mary Lou Retton don't get shit. Carrie Strung don't get shit. You don't. The black girl before you, what was it, Dawes? She don't get shit. Nobody be getting shit after you done doing flips. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. Stop it.
Nobody even thinks about what Carly Pincarini's doing to this day, okay? Except for me.
Piccarini's what I call it when I pick my nose in front of Italian people. It's the old Piccarini. But also, the fact that she came out and she said that it's our right to see her braless. Nice call on the Nazi thing. Maybe Kevin's winning the award today.
It's a contest.
Also, for her to say out loud, I'm not sure which games I'm going to. Why are you announcing that to the world? Man, you attention whore. Why do you need attention to it? Your husband has a thing. You don't need. We're not gonna go watch the Bears to watch you.
Hates that Taylor Swift is dating Kelsey because she wanted to be that girl. The one.
Yeah, but her husband isn't Kelsey.
No, he's not. And like she did this last year. She was at one of the games, and my sister tuned in. However, she was one of the few people who was a gymnastics fan that was watching to watch her. You know what I mean? It's not the same.
I never care when any celebrities are at a game. I'm watching the game. Yeah, you're a person. Like, I don't know why we get excited. Can you believe Jack Nicholson's watching basketball? Yeah, because he's a guy and he likes basketball. He has money and he can go have tickets. If I made more money, I'd probably go watch the Knicks more. But I don't have a lot of money, so I don't. Simone Biles she's only going to the game because she gets the +1 from her fucking husband. She ain't buying shit.
No,
she ain't buying tickets.
The only time it's fun is when it's a celebrity you wouldn't expect at that thing. Like the other night I was watching, they're like, look, Hitler's at this soccer game in Argentina. That was fun because nobody expected him to be there.
I would expect that because he lives in Argentina.
No, that was you got it.
Yeah, I'm there with you. I'm not going to understand gymnastics jokes, so I'm going to get Where's Hitler?
It's like Where's Waldo, but so much more deadly.
It's our new show we're going to be doing on Patreon. Where's Hitler? It's a good time. Bobby, you got one more thing?
I do got a song to share, and then I got a story. I don't know. This one's been in the news a bit.
Well, so no intro. That's just it's been in the news, and here we go.
Boat crash with 2 rich billionaires on it. I don't know if you heard about this.
No, but here it is.
Smooth with champagne in hand, Bloomer and Lynch were feeling grand, but Mother Nature had a twist, a watery grave they couldn't resist. Oh, that yacht went down, 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 like a billionaire clown, clown, clown. 1 minute they're high, next they're low. Now they're fish food down below. Storm hit hard, no time to gloat. They didn't even grab a damn lifeboat. Mike's in the sea, John's in the drink. Guess their yachts don't float, who would have think? That yacht went down, 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 with a splash, not a sound, sound, sound. Rich man's party turned to a dive. Now let's see if the wealth can keep them alive. The Coast Guard's searching night and day, but those billionaires just floated away. No more boardrooms, no more stops, just cold fish kissing their millionaire locks. So if you're rich and feeling fine, remember the sea don't give a damn about your dime. One wave, one twist, and you're gone. Your cash can't save you when the storm is on.
Did we do it?
We did it. That one made me giggle how much AI hates rich people. Where it was like, they're all fish food now. They look like rich clowns. It made me laugh. But I do have the story here. The sinking of the super yacht, the Bayesian, off the coast of Sicily. The calm waters off the coast of Sicily became the stage for a tragic maritime disaster in August. The luxury yacht, the Bayesian, a 184-foot sailing vessel, found itself at the mercy of nature's wrath. On board were 22 passengers, among them some of the most influential figures in finance and technology. Oh, wait, the world's elite flaunting their luxury on the open sea ends in tragedy. Stop me if you've heard this story before. Jonathan Bloomer, the chairman of Morgan Stanley, and Mike Lynch, a British tech billionaire, were among those on board. The yacht owned by Lynch was hosting a celebration, a victory trip to mark Lynch's acquittal from a long legal battle in the United States. It was supposed to be a time of joy and relief, but instead it became a nightmare. Completely unrelated, anybody know what the Clintons were up to during the time of this accident? In the early hours of the morning, a violent storm descended upon the yacht. Reports suggest that the vessel was struck by a water spout, which is a powerful column of wind and water, that caused catastrophic damage. The yacht began to take on water and then sank rapidly. While 15 passengers managed to escape on lifeboats, 6 remain unaccounted for, including both Bloomer and Lynch. Italian authorities launched an extensive search and rescue operation involving helicopters, patrol boats, and specialty divers. Despite their efforts, the operation was hampered by challenging conditions in the wreckage itself, which obstructed access to key areas of the yacht. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball, said one rescue worker.
No, they did not. No, they did not. No one said, Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. No one said that.
I mean, it didn't quote it to anybody, but it certainly seemed that way. Our thoughts are with the families of those missing, stated a Morgan Stanley spokesperson. The sentiments were echoed by the CEO of Hiscox, who expressed deep concern for Bloomer. Yeah, dude, I didn't know what that was about. He was concerned about Bloomer and his wife, Judy. In contrast, Ball
Judy
Don't Lie.
Bloomer, dude, this is all made up. Judy Bloom is a fucking author of kids' books. No one said spicy meatball. What is going on with this article?
This is 100% a true article. In contrast to those two who expressed concern, Ball Don't Lie said the opposition of his recent legal
Ball
battle.
don't lie. Meatballs don't lie. Spicy meatball. This is all lies.
As the search enters the second day, hope dwindles for finding any survivors. The body of the yacht's cook was recovered, but the fate of the others remains uncertain. Pat, who is the piece of shit in this story? Is it me for adding some fun quotes to keep that one interesting? Like, Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, no one said that shit.
Or Ball Don't Lie. I felt like that was a good one to add, so it could be me. Is it rich people? Get out of the fucking ocean. The Titanic, you're all dead. The fucking guy exploring the Titanic, you're all dead. This yacht, you're all dead. Stop being rich and in the ocean. If you're rich, move to land. Is it, I don't know, Italy for not finding these rich fucks? Or is it whoever blew up this yacht? Because clearly they killed this guy who was celebrating his illegal victory. Pat, we'll throw it to you first.
It's not rich people for going into the ocean. It's people for going into the ocean. We've discussed this many times on this show, how I feel about this. The ocean is terrifying. We go to the sky before we go to the water. We're trying so hard to see the moon, but there's so much shit down there. We shouldn't be neither. Nobody cares. When you go in that water, no one tries to find you. We try to find people in plane crashes before we try to find them in fucking ocean disasters or where they're going to be. No one gives a fuck. You should never go to the water. And if you are lost in the water and they're not going to find you and somebody says that's a spicy meatball, that proves they don't care about you whatsoever. But it's anyone who thinks that it's okay to go to the ocean. The ocean is terrifying. We're not supposed to be there. It's where water is. We don't walk on water.
No, that is true. We're not Jesus. And something that does
Not
add
once.
credence to your point is
And
that
clear water.
the moment of Apollo 13, right? This movie about a spaceship where everything goes wrong and they have to come back. What's the scariest moment? When they land in the ocean. It is not like, so like that does kind of prove your point. That said, as Kevin points out, I am an avid boogie boarder. I'm pretty sure I know where Atlantis is, if given the submarine technologies to find it. And I do respect ocean exploration. So for me, it's not just people who go in the ocean. Those aren't pieces of shit. I mean, we've been an ocean explorer for years. That's where a lot of our great legends come from.
It's a lot of rape happens.
Yeah. And we've often
So much
said
rape.
here, that's why we love the ocean.
No, that's not by me.
Raping natives in paradise.
That's not a good song.
Yeah, there goes our monetization. But no. So for me, it's specifically this guy who celebrated a big legal victory. Like, let's be honest, part of that's up to fate. You've already tempted it enough for 1 week. Stay off the fucking waters, right? Go to your bug out bunker in Iowa.
Yeah, get in the fucking Iowa. Go in the corn, bitch.
Yeah, if you build it, they will come. And by it, they mean
All
a
over your
grocery
back.
store. Yeah, and by it, they mean a grocery store called Mercando.
Macando. Masando. It's probably Masando.
That's
His
my
name was Masando.
Spanish.
He was a showgirl.
He took her
cum in his
panties off.
hair, and then he just disappeared.
He took his panties in the bread aisle.
And then that was our show, and now we have to go. So why not, Bobby? Do your plug now. Oh,
Yeah, I wish I could sing, but I don't have the enthusiasm for it. August 31st, I'll be at a fucking farm in Connecticut.
yeah. Farm
Me,
stuff. I saw that it said New York comedians, but my friend Ish, who's hilarious, you're gonna love Ish. He's great. Is from Connecticut. He's
yeah,
not from New York. False advertising.
I didn't write the advertising.
I'm not
was
saying
told-
you. I'm just saying it was like the best comedians from New York. It's Ish Gupta. I love Ish. Ish is one of my favorite comics in this area that I've met in a long time. He's great. You're gonna love. You guys will get along real well. Ish is a great dude. Not from.
No, and here's all the info I had before being tagged by the venue on this was we're doing a show in Connecticut. Everybody's going to do about 20. I need you to do 40. And you're making the same as everybody else. So I was like, yeah, I'm in. Just don't tell anybody that. So come out to that venue, make it worthwhile. We can all have a good time.
So you're headlining it?
That was what I was told, but I've been told this before about casket comedy, and then you just kind of show up and see what happens.
Casket comedy?
Yeah, it's my buddy Joey Ferraro and a couple other people run.
Oh, Lispy Magoo.
Yeah, Lispy Magoo.
Yeah,
And
I got
you.
lisps.
Need to come see me at the farm August 31st.
Boom.
Pat, now you tell the
Yeah.
people what you've got.
I mean, I got a bunch of shit coming up. I'll let you know if you just follow me on social media, and I'll let you know stuff. Just go over to Pat_Oates on Instagram and hang out there. I like to put my most of my shit. Sometimes on Facebook. That's fine. You know, jump over to the Patreon if you'd like to join that. But most importantly, if you could like and share our shit here and then let people know about our podcast channel, that would be wonderful. I would like that if you did that. That would be joyous to me in my heart. There you go.
And if you can't join them, beat them. And don't be a piece of shit.